Hey, hello and welcome to the natural way of life. I am going to be sharing with you some of my full moon rituals and practices that I do on or around a full moon. So whether you are watching this live or you watch it back on replay, let me know in chat or on the comments afterwards. So, oh my gosh, Phoenix, hey, how are you doing, Phoenix? Yeah, Phoenix is joining me, so my little witch soul sister. So yeah, guys, I am getting set up, and yeah, I'm going to talk you through some of my practices, some of what I do. Then I'm going to go through the energies that this full moon is holding and a bit of the energies of the month as well. And just some overall guidance. And don't forget as well, if you have got any questions, you just let me know in chat. So I've got quite a few things to show you guys, of course. And I made quite a lot of notes, obviously. Oh, Phoenix is just finishing her journaling. Okay, amazing. Yeah, it's super hot, by the way, so I have got the fan on in the background, but if it's affecting the sound or anything, just let me know. Also, yeah, the picture quality may not be the best either because it's a little dark in the room I'm in, plus the fan. I think the electrical energies just make it a little, you know, but hey, we don't need perfection, we just need realness. So yes, so how's this full moon energy been feeling? I know for most people it was like yesterday, but I don't know, it depends where people are in the world, but I still feel like the energies of it are here today as well. So that is literally why I figured, you know, let's just do today. And also I felt like because today is an 11 day, I feel like that is more of, you know, a powerful kind of energy to work with. I resonate with that number and that energy, and you know, it's divine channeling and that spiritual energy coming through and that real strong psychic energy. I don't know how anyone's dreams went last night or anything, but yeah, you can let us know. Also, I just thought I'd share with you guys that last night I decided to be really brave in my notebook slash dream journal slash yeah, and I decided to actually write down a lot of stuff that had been weighing on my chest emotionally, and it took me back to a place. I'll share this because why not. It reminded me of, I don't know if anyone else has ever done this, but like when you've actually really had to sit with your feelings and your emotions and really address them, like literally no distractions. Like if you've ever gone to therapy or spoke to a counselor or been in that kind of setting where you literally just have to sit with your feelings, you can't escape from them, you can't scroll, you can't just watch something, you can't walk out. I forced myself to sit with those feelings, and it was so hard and painful. And then I just had to write everything that kind of came up for healing, if that makes sense. So, or things I wanted to get off my chest or talk about. And actually, you know what, my journal was my best friend in that moment, and it inspired me to do that more, because often I'll journal, but sometimes I kind of, it's really hard to describe because I think I feel everything times 100, yeah, but then actually being able to communicate or express that or let that out is, you know, actually then quite different. So yeah, this has been my little godsend. And then today I figured some of what I'd written and the letters I'd written, I'm going to destroy or burn. I was going to burn it on the live, and then I figured, with the heat and the fan, that may not be a good idea. But yeah, I'm gonna like just destroy that to symbolically, you know, let that be the release and letting go. Now, let me read on chat, because again, okay, Phoenix, I think I've had more energy, but I'm on my period, so I'm kind of just doing some more productive things. Okay, amazing. Yeah, because, you know, your moon time, your period, that's your time to really rest and just, you know, recharge yourself. So the fact that you're doing some small things with that is amazing as well. Now, I know I kind of did this live, I didn't really plan it much in advance, so again, because my YouTube algorithm, I don't really know how many people saw that, but it will get uploaded on my channel anyway. Now, oh, this is still hot, I'm just going to show you this too. So, because full moons are actually a really good time to, if you can or you feel drawn to, it's like do a bit of a cleanse or have a bit of a fast as well, or just be mindful that anything you consume, whether it be drink, medicines, food, is going to have your body will absorb more of it on a full moon, basically. So I decided to make in this big old jug, don't know if you guys can see it, but this is what my little home blend, I call it hibby tea. It's basically hibiscus leaves. And then I also added in some red raspberry leaves, which are amazing for nutrients, for cleansing the womb, toning the womb and the uterus. And hibby tea is full of antioxidants, really high in vitamin C, super, super good for you. So I'm brewing this. When this cools down a little bit, I'm gonna have a glass of that, because I figured, you know, it would be nice cooled with some ice cubes. I might actually get my ice cubes if I can, if I even put some ice cubes in. But yeah, I just thought that's a really good way to ground yourself as well, and sometimes just be in that present moment, and also just drinking the herbs of nature and earth, because I know my body's going to absorb more of it. So, you know, it's that ideal time. And then I think I'm being brave, and I'm going to add in a little bit of my favorite all-time herbal remedy, Swedish bitters, which I have done a full video on, so you guys can check it out. And this actually contains like loads of different herbs, wormwood, camphor, angelica, oh gosh, loads, rhubarb, it's got angelic root, calamus root, valerian root, cinnamon, myrrh, black cohosh root. Oh my god, like the list is endless, guys. Some of these obviously are like by their, I think, oh, what's the word I'm looking for now? You know, by their like Latin kind of, I'm probably going to say original name, as opposed to the name sometimes people might know them by. But yeah, this is amazing for all types of healing, digestive, basically anything in your body. But I don't know, I just felt drawn to have a spoonful in my drink today. So, give my body a little extra cleanse, why not? Okay, Phoenix Row, ooh, if you're doing readings, I want to know what I should do for my birthday. I currently don't know what to do, and I don't know if I'll have work on that day. Maybe before or after my shift I can. Okay, so I'm just really guided to say this to you. I mean, we can pull you a card after for sure, but I'm actually just really guided to tell you that I feel like you should have a day to actually just literally celebrate yourself. Do everything you love, eat everything you love. Do like a goddess practice, you know, like where you dress up, you beautify yourself, you really embrace yourself, you embrace the energy, and like pamper yourself, you know, face masks, like pedicure, and just like give all this love to yourself. Light your candles, do your shrine, connect, you know, with your spirit team, however that looks for you. I just feel something really powerful like that is a really good way to like honor yourself and your day. That's just my feeling, but we'll see what the cards can say. Now I'm going to show you one of my top tips. So this is a great tip for anyone that wants to or uses potentially crystals, stones, could be like oracle cards, for example, and you want to be able to cleanse those. I always say it's good to do it regularly, because everything holds energy, and it's good to cleanse off the energy from time to time. But also the full moon is a good time where you can just charge them under the moonlight as well. So if you've got a garden or outside space, you could put them outside. If you haven't, you might want to try this tip. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Oh god, it's heavy. So here I have just an old plant pot. Okay, you can see here just a plant pot. Inside, obviously, it has soil. It did have a plant in before, but it doesn't now. And basically what I do is I keep this as a grounding pot. I'm calling it a grounding pot. And in here I put crystals. So this is great for just keeping your crystals grounded or charged. Or you might decide after using them that, hey, guess what? You know, or say if I've just used them for some healing or whatever, then you might want to just put them in here to ground. Or sometimes I rinse them off under water, or I use my breath to cleanse them, you know, just the air, or sometimes visualization. Then you can put them in here to ground. It might be good as well. My soil's a bit dry, but you could keep your soil a little bit more, you know, fresh. So I'm going to show you, so I'm going to light my sage in a moment, and I'm just going to use it basically. I have some crystals down here as well too. We'll just add those on. And I'm going to cleanse them all first, just to remove off any energy that's no longer serving them. Right, I had to bring a plate out just in case any of this decides to spread anywhere. Yeah, so I'm going to cleanse that, and then once they're cleansed I'm going to put them into ground, and then tonight this pot is going to go on the window ledge. And this is a great idea too, so if you do live in an apartment and you don't have outside space, this is ideal because they're connected to earth, okay? Or even if you might just want to leave the pot outside instead of like putting all of your crystals on the floor, then they could get taken or something. So in the pot, it kind of, you know, keeps them secure. I thought that's a really good little tip to show you guys. So let's get the sage lit. Ooh. Loving the flame. Whoa. Okay, this is what I mean because I got the fan on. Okay, don't laugh at me. It's, you know, a little bit crazy. So I'm just going to use this now. You can see I'm just smudging. I call it, some people call it smudging, I call it cleansing. I'm just removing off old energy, any energy that doesn't belong. You can also do this with your own energy too, just to cleanse your energy down. Let's say if you've had a stressful day, you've been out, you've been around energies, and just affirm that you're removing any energies that no longer belong, anything negative, anything that does not belong in your energy field. Ask for it to be removed for your highest good. It smells good too, it's quite refreshing to smell. So just cleanse over these. I think I want some more smoke, so hold on. Oh my gosh, it's gone out. I'm gonna try one more. You can also let me know in chat too if you do any like of your own little practices, anything like that on a full moon, or anything you want to share with anyone, because I think the chat replay does go up with the video too. Oh, no, okay. So the fan keeps blowing, it keeps blowing out my sage, but anyway, so I'm doing this, and then energetically, I'm just gonna do a little cleanse over it too. Normally I have my bells, you can use bells as well, chimes, you could use anything really. And that's another way to break down energy and remove that. And you can even do individually, like crystal by crystal. And I'm gonna just do that in my hand. And I'm just using my breath to symbolically blow off any energy that doesn't belong. Once I've done that, I'm gonna place it into the grounding pot. You can even do it with jewelry too. So this is just a crystal necklace, and I'm gonna do it with that. Okay, yeah, Phoenix is just through. I use sound cleansing from YouTube. Good tip for closeted witches. Exactly. Yeah, you could use something that other people don't have to know that that's what you're doing. Even if you just like, you know, you live in a house with others or family, or even you might live in a shared house and hey, you don't want your roommates to know what the heck you're doing. Because at the end of the day, your practices are private and it's like nobody's business. And also, it's actually really therapeutic, like this crystal, for example, serpentine. It's green, colour for healing. It's actually really therapeutic. Sometimes just, you know, rubbing the crystal on your skin feeling your crystal, feeling the lumps, the bumps, and reminding us, just like nature, nothing is perfect. It's like the world we live in. People are aiming for this like perfect fake look or fake lives, and it's like, you know, if you go out and look at a tree, they're all built differently, they're shaped differently. Same with stones, they're not all cut in the exact same shape. And you know, we have to embrace ourselves, love ourselves and our bodies for exactly the way God made them. You know, I don't promote, I don't condone you know, people basically using, you know, artificial things or things that aren't natural to enhance themselves in ways that, you know, totally change them from how they were born. I mean, everybody to their own, but I just really want people to focus on, you know, their self-love. And this crystal's really bringing me through that message that we have to love ourselves for ourselves. You know, this crystal isn't thinking, hey, I want to be like this crystal. They're completely different species of crystals, you know. It's like you get an oak tree, you get a willow tree, like they're so different. Like they're not trying to compete, they're not trying to look like one another. They are them. They embrace their highs, their lows, their strengths, their size, their shape. They embrace all of that. And we have some kyanite here. I'm just going to cleanse over this one. This one I just am feeling drawn to do this energetically as opposed to using the air technique to cleanse this one. Another top tip as well is I don't personally recommend sleeping with loads of crystals in your room or your bed, because that energy can actually be sometimes a little too much or a bit too strong, and it might affect you or your dreams, or even being able to relax to go to sleep. I will sometimes use one of my golden quartz healer wands if I'm ill. You can put that under your bed or under your pillow. That actually really helps to heal you quickly. Those crystals have been with me through some deep healing, and trust me, it works. I think this is lapsazuli. Probably haven't said that right, but if you know your crystals, you'll know the one I mean. And even just like this, it's like, it feels so therapeutic. Oh, we got shungite too. Shungite is amazing. This is such a strong stone, like a strong energy, and it really, really does protect, you know, against harmful energies, negative energies, radiation, too much electronics. So these are great to have in your home. I would say some people are drawn to wear them. If you are, great, but just bear in mind sometimes that energy can be a bit strong to walk around in, and people will literally, you know, really keep away from you when you're wearing shungite. Or you know, you might find them literally like bumping off you to get, it's kind of, they won't know why, but it can definitely keep things and people away from you. I remember once I did have a shungite piece of jewelry, and I remember it literally falling off my neck when I was around my friend, and I was like, oh my god, like what energies is this necklace picking up on? Because to me, that was intense, like for a necklace to literally just fall off on its own. So yeah, guys, this is super strong and powerful. So it's just a good job as well. I do recommend to like regularly connect with your crystals, connect with your cards, because your energy transfers, and at the end of the day, they are your personal tools, and you want to be able to work with them. You know what I mean? Whoa, so my crystals are already feeling charged. Right, so now you can see they are all in the grounding pot, like so. And I'm going to leave this and I'm going to put it out tonight to charge under the full moon, because the energies of the moon are still there. So I'm just going to pop that over there. Then I've got my plate and I'm going to go burn what I wrote about yesterday. I told you guys that already. Now I'm just going to make up my medicine to show you. And I'm going to enchant this. I'm going to bless it firstly for my highest vibrational good, and ask that my body absorbs all the healing benefits for my highest good, because why not? Now I'm not going to measure, because I use this as and when. I've used it for a long time, so I know the amount. So I'm just going to show you guys literally. It's just going to be a drop like that. It's probably just a bit too small. I might do a little more. Okay, here we go. That's probably like a teaspoon. You can do more, but I don't feel my body needs it. And that's another thing I do advocate for, is like intuitively knowing like what your body needs or doesn't need. That'll be super powerful for you. So there, Swedish bitters. If you're not sure about it, watch my video on it. There's also a lot of books on it too. Just always be mindful of like information on the internet as such, because you know, you want to actually find, you know, information that is really powerful to help. So not just, you know, kind of just giving you a basic interpretation. So I hope this isn't gonna be too hot. Let's have a look. I'm gonna let some steam out first. Okay, Phoenix is saying, I haven't connected to my cards in a while. I'm not even sure where it is. Okay, I'm going to tell you, ask Spirit to reveal where your cards are. And I would definitely recommend connecting with them. Like, cleanse their energy off and actually put them out under the full moon if you can. If not, maybe just hold them up to some sunlight when you can. And yeah, just connect with your deck. You know what I mean? I always find it's like a good time to just check in with yourself energetically. Because it's, of course, always easier said than done. Oh, another thing I'm going to show you, because this full moon is actually under the sign of Capricorn, okay? And Capricorn governs the skin. Okay, skin is a big thing. Bones and the knees. So anything you do in those 2 to 3 days while the moon is in Capricorn, so either the knees, the skin, or the skeletal, it has a super high beneficial preventative and healing effect. So anything you do then is going to work wonders, okay? With obviously, of course, the exception of surgical operations on those particular areas. I also advocate too that unless it's life or death, avoid any surgeries on or around a full moon. I speak to people that work in the hospitals and they will tell you this, there's more bleeding, you know, there's more problems. Yeah, it all happens. And I always say, oh, you do know it's the full moon or around that, and they're like, oh, because yeah, for some reason, you know, the body is gonna have more fluid, just like the moon is bigger and brighter. And yeah, everything bleeds more. And probably if you have your period too, then you're gonna bleed more. It's just a thing at a full moon, okay? So it'll make anything, you know, surgery wise or wound wise more painful. And I have noticed that myself, actually. That being said, the skin, I have a wound on my leg at the moment, and it's been healing, but I've noticed a little bit more irritation on it today, and the skin been a bit more tender. Then of course when I realized, okay, the moon was Capricorn, that is exactly why. It is a good time as well for healing, okay? So anything healing wise, you know, this is the warm summertime now, probably for most people everywhere in the world, but just be careful not to put any extra strain on your knees, or even just your skeleton, you know, your bones, because if you do, you're going to feel it more when this moon is in Capricorn, okay? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, also it mentions if you have any spinal problems too, just be really mindful, you know, from that base of your skull to the arch of your foot, because again, that could play up more when the moon is in Capricorn. So this is one of my healing products, which I love. So some of you might already know this product. Going to hold it up here. This is, in a nutshell, bentonite clay. Okay, so natural clays have amazing healing benefits. This one is by Aztec Indian healing clay. It's the world's most powerful facial, but you can use this clay depending on what grades you get. You know, some are like for the body, some are for internal, external use, but this is powerful stuff, okay? So basically you can use this on your body. You could use it in your bath. I'm going to use it as a face mask. I was going to do it on live, then I thought, that might be a little bit scary because it like dries on your face. So you see all this, like your skin, and it pulls out all the toxins from your body. So it's great for facials. If you suffer with like bites, insect bites, acne, you can use it for body wraps, clay baths, foot soaks. Oh my God, yeah, if you need to relax your feet. Knee packs, you know, if you've got problems with the knees. Basically it's got so many uses, and you mix equal parts of this. You can mix it with like apple cider vinegar or water, Mix it in a bowl, obviously, if you've got a paste or a little brush, and you apply it then onto the skin. You don't want it really, really super thin, but you don't want it too thick either. And maybe I should do a video of me doing a facial with it. I might do that on another video, guys. But yeah, you leave it to dry then for about 5 to 10 minutes. If your skin is like more delicate or sensitive, but you could leave it on for up to 15 to 20 minutes for normal skin. Then you'll feel that pulling and tightening sensation. Literally, you're gonna feel like your face, what do they call it, like pulsate? I think that's the that's like the terminology you can literally feel. And I've done these before, and like afterwards your skin is glowing. And basically it's going to lift and remove all the impurities, the pores. It's great for deep pore cleansing as well. And yeah, even in your bathtub, you use a bit of this, it pulls out toxins. I did one a few weeks ago for like a radiation one. And yeah, you'd be surprised how much stuff, even for someone like me that I would say is healthy and doesn't have many toxins, you'd be so surprised what comes out. Because I don't know if you guys, let me move this camera. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, but like I feel like maybe you're not gonna see, like I do have pores, like kind of big pores, because my skin is naturally, you'll see here, oily skin type. But this is no makeup, but I feel like my complexion's still okay, but I have pores or like sometimes like blackheads. So what I'm gonna do is basically apply the face mask, and my skin is gonna look even more glowing. And a top tip too, when you start getting older, wait, you don't want to see up my nose. When you start getting older too, you might notice you start getting like your neck. So it's a good job if you're not too, I always say this, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra cushion on your body, because when you get older, if you're too thin, you're gonna see way more wrinkles and sagging. So it's a really good tip when you put on creams or moisturizers is brush upwards. But also when you apply this, if you do a face mask, let's show you guys. I have to be careful. Just, you can see it here. This is the natural bentonite clay. It is incredible. I'm gonna do, actually this is giving me guidance right now. I'm gonna do a whole video on beautifying naturally, and because I've got loads of different clays, so I'm gonna show you guys how you can use them. But this is what it looks like. It's like really fine texture, and basically you would apply it onto your neck area as well, like so, because then by doing that you're also drawing out impurities from there, because don't forget you've got your vocal cords, you've got your thyroid glands. It's an important area to do as well. But yeah, that will also help with like lines and wrinkles, even on your skin or your face if you do get any. I mean, mine aren't too bad, but they are there, obviously, a little bit. And it's basically just gonna help, like even little old spots that are gonna heal. So yeah, I highly recommend this stuff, guys. Okay, so back to the main focus, if you guys can still see that. Right, let's see how this drink's going. I'm just gonna make sure it's not too hot. Okay, I don't know if I read that. Phoenix said I look beautiful. Thank you. That's really kind. Phoenix also wrote, yes, I've heard of that, to go upwards, and I would love that video. Yeah, because I'm thinking like I've always been drawn to like beautifying. It's all my Libran energy, I always joke. But yeah, and I'm always, everyone that knows me knows I'm always into natural beauty tips. If I can find a natural beauty tip, I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna try it. So I think, why not? Because I used to be like, you know, other products, you know, any kind of products, let's give it a go, let's try it. But then over the years, as I got more conscious and aware, and I'd start reading all the lists and all the chemicals and all these things, I'd be like, oh my god, what the hell am I putting into my body, you know? And that's another reason now I stopped wearing makeup so much too, because over the years I have also got more sensitive, and like my skin just, it's even like wearing a little mascara is I think that just triggers my eyes will start getting sore, rubbing them, so it's actually really hard. Another product I just recently came across, well, the last couple of months, a friend did recommend it to me. It's called Botana oil, and I use that on my skin, and actually it's also naturally a great SPF. Like when I wear it, I don't burn, and it gives a natural glow to your skin as well, depending on your complexion. but it has a natural glow to it. So I'm like, you know, who needs foundation with that? Like, it's honestly, it's great, guys. So right, let's get this drink sorted. It's still a bit hot though. I don't really want to be drinking like a really hot drink. Oh, Phoenix, you're a Libra rising. Oh my god, amazing. Do you have Libra anywhere else in your chart? Let's see how, oh my god, I can feel the heat of this already. Okay, it's not too hot, but oh my god, it's it's bitter. That's why I'm just doing it in a small bit, if you notice this, by the way. You could obviously put more, but my Hibby tea on its own is really sweet, and one of my natural tips is I just add like a spoon of honey as well. Okay, I'm being brave drinking. If you know about Swedish bitters, guys, it's like my tongue is like on fire from the bitterness. Ooh, Leo Venus. Ooh, that sounds a bit fiery actually. I thought Scorpio was like a difficult one, but Leo Venus sounds, I'm gonna say like intense, like you're quite strong, like. But the Leo Venus is also giving like, I feel like the Phoenix vibe as well. Oh my god, okay, this tastes better with more of my Hibby tea in. Okay guys, so what else did I have to tell you guys? Okay, right, so I'm gonna go into a little bit about this full moon energy, because why not? Let me just adjust my chair. Right, so Capricorn, if you are Capricorn, anyone, let me know, because this is that Capricorn energy, and also depending where Capricorn is in your astrological chart will depend more, will show you where this things that may be highlighted more for you at the time when the moon is moving through Capricorn. So my interpretation of this full moon and its energies is it's about balancing our commitments, you know, to our careers, but also families, you know, home life as well. You may feel that feeling too, that something has been building inside of you, and maybe now is the time when that energy and the energy of the cosmos fairly demands that you just have to let it out. As I said, I related to that last night. I just had to let the tears out. I had to let the emotions and the energy out, and you do feel lighter for it, you know. Sometimes it doesn't always happen straight away. Like sometimes things can take a little while to energetically feel the effects, but it does happen. So, you know, letting things out that are basically bubbling up and rising up for you at this time. It might be over the next few weeks as well, and then you might discover what that means for you. But for now, it's about sitting with your feelings and then that need to express them, you know, find a healthy way to express them out. I did last night, I cried, I wrote in my journal, I let it out that way, you know. But I have to say, like, it did make me laugh a bit. Like, when you know it's a full moon, it's funny because I remember seeing a girl the other day as well, and I heard this shouting outside, so I was thinking to myself, like, what's going on? So of course I'm nosy, I look out the window and I look through the blinds, and I'm like, and then there's this girl pulled up in her car. Like, I couldn't hear word for word, but I think the gist is like she was really upset, you know, probably some family drama or relationship drama. Like, she was screaming, she was shouting, she was on the phone, and in my head I just like, I was sending her some healing because I just thought, oh my god, I want to go out and just hug you and be like, hun, it's a full moon, like, it's gonna be okay, like, whoever's upset you, it's not worth your tears, you know, because it's horrible to see anyone upset, let alone like in public and then that distraught. But I did think, god, yeah, this full moon is really like rocking some people, do you know what I mean? Like, really feeling that energy. So with this full moon, it's also going to illuminate this potential conflict between like the roots and then the direction. So when that moon is really big and bright in the sky, it illuminates, okay, that illumination occurs, but then that also occurs in our own lives too. However, any of these new feelings or revelations or emotions that come up, or that are coming into your consciousness at this time, this is the time you really need to look at expressing those out and getting it out of your system. You know, maybe you're not the best with words, so maybe you might find something physical. Maybe you need to go to the gym. Maybe you need to go for a run. You know, maybe, okay, there we go. Someone just did it in the background. Don't know if you heard that. Maybe you need to scream, like, you know, whatever it takes, as long as you're not harming another person. But yeah, just be careful and rational with that, I'm gonna say. And another strong message I got come through at this time too was about not seeking approval from, you know, like the outside or outside influence, because that's really not going to help you get rid of any of your doubts, and it's actually really harmful to you, because every time you go against, you know, yourself, your intuition or your inner values or your gut, it's like you're denying parts of yourself, and then seeking validation outside of you. It's like, you know you best, you know, no one knows you better than you know yourself. And then if you go against yourself, it's just not, it's not going to work well. Do you know what I mean for you? So yeah, that's kind of what I want to say with that. Then I also want to touch on, we are also in, wait, let me get a drink before I go into the next part, because it's intense, and I do feel like there's just a lot going on. And there's a website I found where I look up like my daily astrology stuff, and at first I used to think, it's a little bit, yeah, is it also accurate? And then something really accurate did happen that it had said was going to happen. And ever since, I'm like checking that daily. But it was great because it showed, I think it's called AstroSeek, it might be. And it shows you like the transitions of different planets and things and how they have an effect. And like one of the days I felt so tired and just so moody and miserable and just, you know, not great. And I was like, why do I feel like this? I'm at the point in my cycle where my energy should be a bit more. And anyway, so I looked it up, and yes, surprise, surprise, it was because of a certain transit that was happening. And I thought, yeah, wow, that explains a lot. So basically, we have fast approaching around the 17th or 18th of July, we have the famous Mercury retrograde. So if you know about that, you're probably going to roll your eyes at me and be like, oh God, another one? It happens several times a year where the planet Mercury goes retrograde. And this can be a crazy time. You might find people from your past popping up back in your lives. You know, things can return. People from the past, lessons maybe that you still haven't learned, and maybe you need to. It's also where everything seems to be happening in reverse, or there can be a lot of delays, potentially things to do with communication, travel, technology, plans, thinking, and basically movement. So it can get a bit messy, okay, but it's like your reminder to check back in with self, check back in with your life, things that maybe need to be addressed that haven't been addressed, and also to work on your communication. Yes, you might have to work a little bit harder on that communication, and you might have a few more challenges with your technology, but once you know about these things, you had a heads up on it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what, you're one step ahead of the game. You know, so don't worry, like, it's not personally you, you're not cursed. It's like, you know, it is just like an energetic thing that's happening, and I'm sure will affect a lot of people. I often hear it from clients and stuff, and, you know, people will say, oh, such and such has popped back up, or this is happening, or, you know, or just be mindful, like, yeah, if you're entering into a new relationship or anything, Mercury retrograde, probably not the best time. You know, hold fire a bit. It goes, comes out of retrograde again, then I think it's about the 11th of August, although it can still be a bit of a shadow period. Or likewise, if you have what's the word I'm looking for? Like if you have important documents or, you know, paperwork or contracts or anything legal like that, those kind of things you need to really check over again, double read it, triple read it. And once you know that Mercury is retrograde, okay, take your time, double check those emails, you know, just spend a little bit more time on the details. That will help you out in the long run. And be prepared as well. There might be some misunderstandings, or communication can feel more difficult. But obviously Mercury does, it does correspond with communication. So, yes, Phoenix, yes to the OMG part. I know that also crossed my mind. You know, like all these realization things kind of come together. And I don't know, I think there's something else I probably need to update you with too, that was from like a week or two ago as well, which may also make a bit of sense. So yeah, you know, we always have the heads up, and then, you know, we have to use our kind of wisdom and discernment to see through these things. Phoenix also wrote, I don't know what Mercury retrograde means for me, but I love Venus retrograde. It always means a makeover for me. Yeah, so Venus is like that love energy. So yes, all those kind of things, makeovers. Mercury is to do with communications, technology, those things I kind of went through. So you may find like they come up for you. So like, let's say for example, you're going to send off some paperwork. I would probably like double check it, triple check it, and I'd probably like even do it like recorded delivery or something, just because you know that there could be potential hiccups with things. It's just taking those little extra steps. And now also guys, this month universally, a little bit of numerology right now, is a universal 7 month. Okay, so that is the theme for July. I know we're partway into the month and I didn't do a full video on it. I can't say I felt 100% drawn to, but I'm going to touch on it a little bit right now. So obviously if you're a life path 7, if you have 7 anywhere in your name, your chart, your home, anything like that, this is a month where that will be highlighted for you. Okay, you're going to feel that a bit more intensely. But it is a great time, I'm going to say, for spiritual development. It's a great time to start trusting yourself, not overthinking, but trusting, okay? Learning to have some faith, because if you don't have faith in anything, you can be way more susceptible to things like addictions and just problems in your life. You know, finding a faith is very important because it helps whilst you're on this planet. Definitely does. I wrote down too, focusing on the mind, controlling the mind and the awareness of the mind, because 7 is the higher energies and the chakras, just like the 6, 7, 8, 9. So it does take you to matters of the mind. On the flip side energy of 7, people that resonate with that energy or have it, they could become very aloof, very withdrawn, very isolated, very alone, very in their mind, you know, if they're on the more shadow side of that. So just be mindful, okay? But it is also a great time for introspection and healing. You know, 7 energy does take us into ourselves a little bit more, so solitude can be favored a bit more this month. You know, if you are drawn to it, to have more time alone, or just even if you are alone like me, but you know, sometimes you like to go a bit more deep inwards into yourself. Time in nature too is great. And when you take that time alone, that's when you truly get to know yourself. You truly get to know what works for you, what feels good for you, where you spend your time, what you spend your time on, where your energy goes. And also 7 is great for learning and studying too. So if there is anything you're drawn to learn about or to study, this would be that time. And also just dig a bit deeper as well. If you're looking for truth, so you want the truth, dig a little deeper, go a bit deeper, because 7's a deep energy, and find those hidden truths, because they're there, they're waiting to be exposed. And on that note, I have to go to this deck of cards because I'm just drawn to it right now. And I'm just going to pull out a collective message. Let's have a look. Right. Let's look at a message for the collective. Let's have a look. Yeah, Phoenix, the studying, yeah, you might feel more of that calling too. Okay, this is a really interesting message that has come out. So this is the Saint Germain card, actually, and this is called calm. Oh, let me hold it up to you, but I'm going to read it first. This is called karma releasing. So this is about moving beyond drama, creating your own path and making room for good energy. So this is a collective message, so for all of those that see this and maybe resonate with this. So if you're not sure, the saying, of karma, it is basically that spiritual law of cause and effect. We can experience many levels of it. Some maybe we inherit from family, some from people we keep helping out of the problems they keep creating. Sometimes you think you can be doing something good, but you might actually be causing yourself more problems along the way. But this energy here, the Saint Germain card, is basically here to clear your energy so you can no longer have the weight of the world or your loved ones of the world on your shoulders. So be aware of any old pattern if it's leaving your life and creating space for something more loving to enter. Visualize, surround yourself with that fiery violet cloak to release all karma that is no longer serving you. And I feel like this is perfect timing too, at the full moon, to really just release what's no longer serving you. And guess what? If you don't know what that is, just say, I release what's no longer serving me. Like, put your faith and trust into a higher power, and, just say, for your highest good, from the highest good, release what's no longer serving me, because it might be your own mind that's blocking you. It might be your own intrusive thoughts or negative thoughts that are blocking you. It might be you're helping the wrong people. It might be you're surrounded by some negative energy that just, it doesn't matter how many times the universe shows you it, it keeps appearing. So that is a message here that's come out for the collective. Phoenix, I just want to ask you, is there a particular deck of cards you're drawn to, or you'd like me to pull one for you from? I know you mentioned about your birthday. Do you still want that to be the question? Let me know in chat. And if anyone else is live and you would like me to pull a card for you, let me know. Or if you're watching this back, there's details in the description. You can always book your own one-to-one private reading or healing session too. Oh my god, I've just realized there's a crystal I left out from cleansing. So I'm going to put that into the jar there. I might even make some moon water tonight as well. I might leave some water out to charge, so then I've got it to drink in the morning. That would be super powerful. I'll just wait and see in chat if Phoenix. If not, I'm just going to get one from this deck for the collective as well. Another collective message coming your way. Okay, this month we've also been told abundance. Okay, so abundance, knowing that everything is in abundance. I always say it, the universe isn't on a budget. So ask for what you need, ask for what you desire, and trust, have patience, have faith, and get into that abundance mindset that like you have everything you'll need. You're not, you're not restricted, and that should help you manifest out in your life. You want to be abundance in all areas, in love, in home, in friends, in family, in work, in career. Let that spread out into you there, guys. Okay, Phoenix, yeah, what deck of cards are you drawn to? Oh, okay, you said, oh, feel what you're guided to, and yes, what you should do for your birthday. Okay, right. Phoenix birthday. Oh my god, why have I just had a vision? Okay, why have I just had a vision of you, like, I know like a phoenix is that kind of like, it's a winged, but why have I just had a vision of you like going somewhere where they specialize in like birds? I don't know if you have that where you are, but like We have places where people can go and see birds, and it's like, you know, them falcons that sit on their arms or their shoulders, and like it flies off, it comes back to you. I don't know why I don't know if you even relate to like that, what I'm saying, but I know the vision I've got in my mind, but I don't know why I feel like that's coming up to share with you. I don't know if you've got somewhere near you that you could go, or those type of animals that maybe have that kind of experience. I don't know why, but I'm feeling that could be powerful for you. I'm gonna go to my clairvoyant oracle deck for you, just because it's kind of on the cover, it's giving like goddess kind of vibes and energy and like nature worshipping. So let's go to that deck for you. Right, let's have a look. Right, let's ask for Phoenix's birthday, what should she do? Right, we're gonna ask the deck of cards. I'm gonna clear the energy. Ask for Phoenix's birthday, what should she be doing? I've also just seen a paintbrush, and I feel like you need to get a big board, and I feel like as well you need to create some type of art that you're gonna have as you step into your next chapter, that's gonna summarize the year you've been on and the journey you're just going through. Yeah, I'm feeling a paintbrush and like a canvas thing, but anyway, let's see what comes out in the cards. Oh. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna scream, but I can't because the windows are open. Right, okay, just pause. This card is 21. Right, Phoenix, I know it's private and confidential, but you're gonna know what that means. It's on live, so I'm not gonna scream too loud. It's on live. I'm gonna scream. You know what that means. That's another synchronicity, because we've been discussing that. Right, oneness. This card is called oneness, okay? Oh, holy, what is that? Red bird? What did I just say to you about what I'd been seeing? A bird flying. Oh my god, look, gathering, nature, ritual, out in the trees, the wolf energy, you've got squirrel energy on there. Oh my, you've got a drum. Oh my god, that would be super powerful if you had drumming. But with this, you've definitely been called to go out into nature and to celebrate with the elements. So it's not traditional. I know most people probably want to do like a nice fancy meal, something like that. No, you have been called to the forest. Like, you have been called to make a campfire. Please, in chat, let me know if this is resonating. Oh my god. I can't believe that. Like, that is such synchronicity for you. Oh my god. Right, let's hold it up. This oneness card. Okay, so I'm gonna just read you this too. But yeah, the concept that we are all one can be difficult to grasp. This card has come for you to help you contemplate this truth in a down-to-earth way. Okay, human life is filled with paradoxes and contradictions. We are both physical and spiritual beings. There are over 7 billion of us, with all varying ideas, feelings, attitudes, preferences, and beliefs. Our physical bodies add to our feelings of separateness. Sorry, I'm just gonna like rest my arm for a moment. As human beings, we are individuals, yet one with each other and all of life at the same time. It is a paradox that we can learn to embrace over time, to be both rather than just one or the other. Okay, so it's about combining those energies. We all need certain basic things to survive, such as food and water. And we all need some form of connection with others, or with the higher power or creator that we believe in. None of us is an island. Today, our world is filled with so many examples of the mistaken belief in our separateness. People who can afford to have certain types of power hoard or restrict the availability of resources so that others cannot have what they need. We build dams that keep the rain in one place, while other people and animals down the river go thirsty. We fight over borders that exist only in the minds of the human race. Amen. And create social barriers based on arbitrary matters such as skin colour or gender. In short, we have forgotten that we give, share and show respect for others' feelings and needs, then we are abundant. We have forgotten that there is more than enough to go around. Migrating animals do not know about borders in the sea, the sky or the land. Pollens caught on the breeze travel across continents without a second thought. Ocean currents move slowly around the entire planet, in some cases taking hundreds of years just to do so. We can learn from all of them. We are not just citizens of one country, boundary or one location. We do not live in isolation from each other. The air you and I breathe is the very same air that is breathed on the other side of the planet. Earth is a big and small place at the same time. We need to think of ourselves as global citizens. I also feel like some traveling for you. And we are all on every level imaginable. As we hurtle around the universe on this tiny planet, the need to live and work together in harmony becomes greater day by day. What contribution can you make to the truth of oneness today? Oh wow, this is such a powerful message, honestly. Phoenix has written, I'm just catching up, sorry. She put maybe a bird sanctuary or Caroni swamp. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I feel like a bird sanctuary. Do you think you can read that again so I can write it down? Oh my gosh, what part? Oh gosh, sorry, I have to read it again, by the way. Oh my god, yes, so this is my problem. I'm so sorry, I talk a bit fast, don't I? I could email, yeah, email, or what'll happen is as well, this will get uploaded, this video, and then just fast forward to the end part, like, you know, around 50 minutes, and then you can re-listen to it too and like make any extra notes, because sometimes when I'm just channeling stuff, I will then forget what I've just probably said to you. Some of it I may remember, some of it I might not, but then I can send you the guided message that the author did anyway. But it definitely, like, I feel like it was just confirmation of what I was saying to you about this bird energy in 3. Oh yes, I also wanted to tell you, I didn't manage to drop this in the email, but I'm just going to say the word butterfly, okay? That was in a conversation, and I also want to say to you, butterfly added up in numerology also equals 3. So that was another divine synchronicity and message there for you. So the 3 energy is really embodying, which also makes sense with the 21 too. Yeah, hope this is all making sense for you. And I just think your birthday, you've got to be with bird animals, you've got to be in nature, and you've got to do like a ritual, and you've got to be in a forest. But there's going to be something with the birds for sure. Oh my god, okay, so if that Caroni swamp thing is where you see your national bird and you get to go on a boat ride and see it, hun, that is what you've got to do. Like, that is what you are being called to do at this time. I can't stress that enough. So I hope like, it might not make sense now, I don't care, but I just have such an amazing energetic feeling about this for you. Oh my god, I'm excited. And even when my own energy is a bit tired, but I feel that excitement brewing and building, it's just such a positive sign. Yeah, okay, if anyone else would like a card message, let me know. Otherwise I'm gonna finish up, guys, because I have some notes to go burn. Okay, wow, Phoenix just said their national bird is the scarlet ibis. It's a red bird. What? And this is a red bird in this card. You guys probably can't even see it too much. Wow, is all I can say. Like, and as I'm saying this, I can see like 3 people on the live too. That's incredible. Like, all these synchronicities, we're just going crazy with our synchronicities today, honestly. I'm just getting some more hibby tea. Natural hibiscus with red raspberry leaf, in case anyone's wondering. It tastes so good. I need a little honey in this. Actually, maybe I don't. It is sweet enough. think I'm just looking for extra sweetness, but I don't need it. Oh my god, that tastes good. And in case anyone's wondering, even though it is hot and I'm drinking a warm drink now, but it's still actually really refreshing. Okay, Phoenix, yeah, I really hope that resonates for you. I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm gonna enjoy mine. I think I'm gonna pull some cards for myself, actually, guys, as soon as I come off this live. I really want to know what messages that is there for me at this time, and I'm gonna look forward to doing my face mask as well. That will be a video I will do separately with natural beauty care and tips. I might have to do that in a little series though. But yeah, I absolutely love clays and I can't recommend them enough. And they literally, the most powerful thing with these clays, they come from the earth. Nothing else is put in them. Like, honestly, Mother Earth gives us everything we need, any cures, anything like that. But the thing is, this like knowledge is taken away from us or hidden, or advised against. But actually, like, Earth is a super intelligent being. Like, it created us, it created the earth, everything we need. And it's about reconnecting with that to find all that we need. So yeah, I'm gonna use that on my skin so I get a good natural glow tomorrow. And yes, I really want to see the moon tonight. I hope you all get to see it somewhere. I would love to be out in a forest right now, like bathing under the moon. But yeah, I'll see if I can stay awake till it's dark. See if I can see it. Okay, Phoenix has written, I'm gonna make that money water I talked about. Yes, let me know how that goes. I am excited for you. I can't wait. I'm gonna re-go over mine at some point as well. Okay, on that note, can't talk. On that note, I was gonna say, have an amazing, blessed evening. Lots of love, everyone, and I will be back soon with some more content for you all. Have a great full moon. Thank you.